Hello there, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another quick, easy, neutral makeup look. Today's is going to feature mostly all high-end products, and at the end, I'm going to actually try on for you all of the BK Beauty lipsticks, the original 5 shades, and then the recently released 6 colors. Almost all of these are super bright and fun, so I thought this would be a perfect addition to this video. I haven't even swatched these yet, so I thought it'd be fun to try these all on together. Now, unlike the previous really fast makeup look where I put myself on a timer, I'm not gonna do that per se, but I still have everything set out because I want to move through this as quickly as possible and still keep it realistic for you all. So I'm starting off with the MAC eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to include a little bit of the paint pot on top. As you can see, I feel like my veins look a little more prominent for whatever reason today. And because I'm doing kind of a lighter look on the eyes, I want to have a little bit of coverage. I love the NARS eyeshadow base, the one that is tinted, but for some reason, they have not brought that back. It's been out of stock forever, so I don't know what they're doing. So this is just another quick, easy way to get that coverage. Okay, while that sits, I'm gonna go to the face, and my foundation choice today is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. However, I'm gonna add in 1 or 2 drops of the Natasha Denona High Glam. This is her, it's kind of like a highlighting serum. It has some really good skincare benefits, but I just have been enjoying mixing a little bit of this in with my foundation or adding it to my face right before foundation, just to kind of help me be able to sheer out the coverage a little bit. So my shade today in the Forever Matte Foundation, I mixed 3W and 3WO and 1W. So as always, I'll link and list all of these products down in the description box below. But I love this foundation for its long wear. I also love the coverage, but you can also sheer it out. And I'm working this in with the BK Beauty 101. This is the travel brush, but I feel like that foundation works in pretty quickly. All right. Now, let's go to the eyes. And I know this is a little risky when I'm doing a quick makeup look, but I'm using a newer palette. This is the Tarte Big Ego palette. I'm gonna place the cream matte shade all over the lid, under the brow, and we're going for a cooler toned look today. The last one I did was warmer toned. And so this palette, you could definitely go into some of the warmer or pink tones, but I don't want to do that for you all because I know some of you don't like pink. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It doesn't seem like it's that cool, but on me, this is a very cool tone, kind of mid-tone cool brown. And I am using the Rephr 16 brush. This is the other thing. I don't have all these Rephr brushes memorized, the numbers, but you can see that's just a very nice neutral, cool tone brown shade. And it has enough color to where I could just use this in the crease and not feel like I need to darken it with another color. So I'm gonna just place that all throughout, and then I'm gonna mix just a little of that cream shade and the brown shade just to help further blend the top edge of that out. These shadows, the mattes in here seem a little stiffer than some of the other Tarte palettes. I don't know, this is only the second time I've used this palette, so the jury's still out, but I do feel like this shade in particular on me, being cooler toned, just takes a little more effort to blend. Okay, now I'm going to go to the lower lash line. I'm using the Urban Decay Mushroom Pencil, and I'm going to smudge this just on this outer third of the lash line. Use my finger to then bring a little bit of that color inward. And then I am going to extend past, kind of going up towards the eyebrow just slightly. I love this color. It's just such a nice neutral gray, has a little warmth in there. Okay, now I'm going to take the BK Beauty 208. It's the tiny little angled brush. In this palette, it has two different options. I'm going to start off with this black. It does have some sparkle in it, but that's not going to come off in this way that we're applying it. Okay, I'm going to look straight ahead, and I'm just going to use that brush to stamp that line, and then I'm going to stretch my eye up, and I'm going to put a dot right here at the lash line, and then just, I say roughly, I don't mean in a harsh manner, but just kind of spread the rest of that shadow out, and then we're going to blend it in a moment. But I do want this edge to be crisp, and then the rest of it is going to be soft and blended. I'm going to go in with this rougher brush number 3, and I'm going to go in with this other black shade. Oh, this palette's so reflective. It's a little hard. Now I'm just going to kind of smudge this into the roots of the lashes and soften that outer edge there. And like I said, we are going to clean up afterwards, so I'm not super worried. I get this beyond the edge here. Just kind of want to softly blend that out. All right, and now I'm just gonna go back. Oh, if you hear the dog, we have our puppy guest, little Mia. She is back with us until tomorrow. So always love having her. So now I'm just gonna roughly blend over the edge of that. Okay, and the last step here on the lid. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this light. I'm gonna go in with this shimmer shade right here, and I'm just going to press my finger in there and pick up. This is such a pretty shade. Oh my goodness. But I'm trying to give the illusion or the look of just a hint of sparkle. So if you don't like sparkle, you can not dip your finger in this shade. Just keep the lid matte, but I just want a hint. Okay, now let's clean up the outer edge of our lash line there and underneath with some almond oil. So I'm going to use this now to just sharpen up that line there. For concealer, I do love still the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer, but I've been trying out a new combination, the Tarte color corrector, and this is the peach one. I had this for a while and I just hadn't really given it a good try, so I've been testing it out in combination with the Dior Skin Correct concealer. This is the one that is a little more hydrating, and I didn't love it necessarily on its own, but when I paired it with the color corrector, I've found that it has been holding up very nicely and maintaining good coverage, not getting dry and cakey. It is more pricey, of course, so definitely something you can wait till the sale goes on, but I have been enjoying it. It looks like I'm using a lot. I'm really not. Just one dip of the applicator is plenty for both eyes. Put a little bit down here, and then I'm just gonna highlight the center of the face a little bit. Okay, and then I like to just let it sit under the eyes for a few seconds, and we'll just blend this in. I'm gonna first work in the outer corner with my brush, my foundation brush. We're keeping it as easy as possible here. But then I am also testing out a new brush. This is the Rare Beauty brush, and I'll put it down below, whatever it's called. There's no number or anything on it, but I'm testing it out in comparison to the BK Beauty A506 brush that you know I love. Okay, I'm going to use cream products, cream blush, cream bronzer, using a new product. This is the Rare Beauty Contour Stick, and this is the shade Good Energy. All right, I've only used this like twice, and I am learning that you don't need quite as much as you think. And because it's so soft, it glides on a lot of color real quickly. So I'm kind of finding my way with this. At first, I didn't think I liked it, but used it yesterday and I actually really enjoyed it. Okay, now using the BK Beauty 107 brush, and this is cool enough to contour with for me, the shade, but it's also, I feel like it kind of gives me a little bit more of a bronzy look as well. So when I'm doing fast, easy makeup, I do love if I can skip having to bring in an extra product. Now, I do feel like this takes a little extra to blend. I don't know. I heard some people say, oh, this blends in like without even trying. I don't think that's true, but I do feel like it does blend in nicely with a little bit of effort. And I do love the overall effect of it, and I did find that this lasted really well throughout the day, and I don't feel like it made my makeup go patchy. So even though I was taking a little extra effort to blend in, I felt like it didn't lift the makeup underneath, which is always a plus. For blush, I'm going to use the Patrick Ta She's So LA. And I'm actually going to do it in the way that he recommends. I'm going to do the powder first, even though I haven't set my face yet. This could be a little risky. I'm going to do the powder, and then what he recommends is he does powder and then he does the cream over the top of it. So we're gonna do that today. But I'm trying to do something pretty neutral that I feel like will work whether I have pink or peach or red lipstick on. All right, then I'm gonna switch to the rougher number 4 brush. That one was the number 5. I'm gonna go into the cream. Do you see how pretty that is? I feel like the cream is what brings it to life. For powder, I think I'm going to use the Beauty Counter. I was gonna say BK Beauty. So I'm going to use that powder on a powder puff, and I'm going to just try and do the center of my face under the contour. I'm gonna leave the top part of my cheeks unpowdered so that I can have kind of a natural highlight there. And then I'm gonna go in with my fluffier brush, and right before I powder under the eyes, gonna press out any creases. All right, now I'll just set my under eye very lightly. Now for brows, I am going to use the IT Cosmetics Universal Brow. This is the Brow Power. So this is the one that is kind of the medium-sized tip. And I'm still using the Universal Taupe. I know now it comes in, I think 4 or 5 shades, but I've not tried any of the others. I just love this one. If you saw my previous timed drugstore or with all affordable makeup, you'll know that I talked about the Your Best Friend brow pencil in Universal Taupe. I feel like that one is very, very similar to this one. The tip is different, but the color, how it performs, I think it's a very good dupe. And this one, like that one, I feel like it goes on very quickly. So something I love to choose when I'm in a hurry. And now I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This, in my opinion, is like the strongest clear brow gel out there. And it's not clumpy. It's a really good one. And one tube of this is gonna last you probably a whole year. That is no joke. So it's a little pricier than the NYX one I used last time, but it does have more hold power. I'm going to curl my lashes with the Rephr 20R lash curler. They've come out with another one now. I just love this. I think it's super quick, does a great job. Okay, and then for mascara, I'm using the Dior Maximizer 3D Lash Primer. I actually need a new one of these. I am really down to the end here. I'm gonna use this. And then for my mascara, I do love the Calorie mascara on my lower lashes. It is nice on the uppers if you don't need a ton of volume, but if I am just going to use one mascara, oh, you will see that. We'll leave that in there for you. Okay, if I'm going to just use one mascara, my favorite has been the Ciate Triple Shot XXL Mascara. This does not smear on me. I love the brush. I love how it gives good volume at the roots of the lashes and also good length, but I don't feel like it's clumpy. It's a really nice mascara. Do you see how quick that went on? And I have really been surprised by this. It is one that you have to use an oil-based mascara remover or makeup remover, but you don't have to scrub. So I just use my coconut oil and it comes off very easily. I don't know that it is technically waterproof, but it is a very long wearing. All right, just adding a little bit here on the lower lashes. I'm gonna go back to our palette now, and I am going to go in with that shimmer shade just in the inner corner. Do you see how much brightness? Ooh, that is like a really bright pop. This is a beautiful shade in this palette. Oh, so I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'll come back on here and we're gonna try on all these lipsticks. All right, I'm back. I'm just going to clean up under the eyes real quick with the Q-tip. And then I'm going to wipe off the gloss that I have on my lips. And I am going to apply a fresh coat of the Soft Ochre Paint Pot around the edge. I'll probably do this in between each lipstick just to help kind of neutralize my lip line, because if any of you have ever tried on several shades of lipstick back to back, you'll know that the edge of your lip line can get really red and it makes it a little hard to tell the color of the lipstick. So I won't show that each time. Just know that in between each lipstick try on, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start off first with the original 5 shades from BK Beauty. And what I am loving is in this new launch, so BK Beauty was so kind to send me the entire line of lipsticks, but what I love is this time the label on the bottom of each lipstick tells you what the shade is. Previously, the labels were all the same color, and with my aging eyes, I literally could not read the shade names. And so when I'm in a hurry, it's just so nice to see that the color of the lipstick on the inside matches the label on the outside. So this one, we're gonna start off with some of the lighter shades. So I'm gonna start off with Kindness here. And these just glide on the lips. That is a peach toned lipstick. There is a hint of pink, but it is a very kind of a true peach. So there is that shade. Next is Acceptance. You can see that is a nice pale pink. It is pink. There are some neutral undertones. So on my hand, you can see a little hint of some brown tones, but not really. This really is a neutral pink shade. Definitely one that I would wear with a liner, but I really love this shade. Next is Self-Love. Now this one is definitely a medium baby pink color. And this is one that personally I would probably pair with more of a nude lip liner. There it is compared to Acceptance, and Acceptance is more my tone of pink, but this one is still beautiful. If you have a hard time finding a true pink lipstick, this is the one for you. Next is Inner Beauty. And I love this shade. This is one of my favorites. You can see it compared to the previous color. This one is a little bit deeper and a little more neutral, but still in the pink category. I would say this has more mauve tones to it. And keep in mind, I am muting out some of my own natural lip color with each of these with that soft ochre paint pot. So trying to give you the truest look of what these colors are without lip liner and without too much of my natural lip color coming through, but I just love that shade. The fifth and final shade of the original 5 is Passion. And this is such a beautiful rosy pinky red, but it's not so bright that if you're afraid of wearing bright lipstick, you wouldn't want to wear this. I just think this is for those of you who want to just dip your toes into something brighter or more vibrant. This is a great shade. Again, this is Passion. These lipsticks really do leave behind a good amount of color. All right, now let's move on to the newest 6 colors. And let's see, I better start with the most neutral of the bunch. And I just added a little more of that soft ochre paint pot. And now, ooh, this is such a pretty color. This is Grace. Oh yes, I'm so glad Lisa included this color in the line because I feel like this is the one shade that was really missing in the whole bunch, is just something that's truly a nude color, very neutral, that you can just change with a lip liner. This is one I would wear with a lip liner, but this is the color right there. And on me, and what I see in the bullet, it's a very cool tone, light nude, kind of taupey brown. It's so pretty. Love this shade. Okay. I think we're gonna go with the pinks first, and then we'll work our way into the orange and the really deep red. So let's start off with this next one, and this is called Beauty. Oh, look how fun that is. Now, what I noticed is there is a subtle vanilla scent, and I notice it more in this newest line than in the original set. And I mean, it's so faint, you can hardly even smell it. So don't be worried about a very strong scent. Okay, let's try this. Beauty. That's really fun. And sometimes a color like this can be patchy. I did apply about the same that I have been doing, but I don't see any patchiness at all. Here is what that swatch looks like. This is a really fun shade. I would probably add a little more of a pink blush with this lipstick, but otherwise, I think this could be a really fun one for the summer. I'm just laughing in anticipation of what this shade is going to be. This is called Gratitude. Oh, I think this is gonna be a fun shade. Okay, same thing with the previous pink one. This one went on very smooth with even color, and it's bright, but I don't feel like it's as intimidating as I thought it would be. So here is that shade right there. Ooh, this is a fun one. And again, probably with this one, I would add a little more of a pink toned blush with this, but another one that I think I could see myself wearing this summer and even into the fall. This is really fun. Okay, do you see how much stain is left on my lips? Oh my word. I really blanked out my lips, so we can go into the next color. So this one, oh yes, another one of those anticipating. Okay, this is called Empower. I'm anticipating brightness. Oh, okay, it is. It's bright. So if any of you are familiar at all with NFL football, Bronco orange. This is like Bronco orange. Okay, let's try it on. Oh my. I honestly do not own another color quite like this. As it sits and I'm getting used to it, it's not, ooh, definitely not what I'm gonna reach for on the everyday, but I could see this being worked into a fun look, little warmer brown on the eyes, and probably I would bring in more of a coral cheek color. This would look phenomenal on deeper skin tones, but I'm gonna challenge myself to use this in a video, so hold me to it. But I think this is a really fun shade. Definitely something different than anything I own. All right, this next shade is Confidence. Maybe this is gonna give us confidence, or we have to have confidence to wear it. This is really pretty. So this looks like a deep red. Actually, it's much brighter on the hand than I feel like it looks in the bullet. But this is, I would say, a true cherry red. All right, let's apply. Okay, I hope I'm impressing you with my skills of applying these colors without a lip liner, but actually I think it's the testament of the shape and the formula of this lipstick. It really is easy to stay in your lip lines and apply. Look at that color. Okay, so this is Confidence. And I actually really love this shade. I think it's really beautiful. And this final color is Faith. Oh, look at this color. Oh, I have a feeling this is gonna be beautiful for the fall and the winter. Look at that shade. All right, let's try it on. Wow, oh my. Oh my goodness. Okay, now this one, I think definitely I would do better with a lip liner. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Oh, that is so pretty. And look at how white it makes my teeth. Oh my word. Okay, I think this is the color I'm gonna leave on for the end of this video. So this, again, this shade is Faith, and I even just love that name. It's just a really, really beautiful color. Oh my goodness, so, so pretty. Okay, let me just fix the lip line here. All right, let me use this shade called Cranberry from Smashbox. Let's see if we can just sharpen the edge here. All right, I moved the mirror out of the way, so here now is our finished look. And I love this lipstick, and I love all the other colors too. So I'm gonna try and work a bunch of these brighter colors into my looks this summer. Keep me accountable for that. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing all of these in action. Again, the formulation of these lipsticks is very unique. When you put them on, you're gonna think that they're the kind that bleed outside your lip lines, that wear off in 2 seconds because they glide on so smoothly, but they set down and they stay on your lips for hours. And I know these darker colors are definitely gonna leave a nice bit of color and stain on your lips. Now, sometimes I like to add a gloss later in the day if my lips start feeling a little dry, but overall, I feel like this is a really nice balance of formulation between kind of a hydrating, not really a matte lipstick, but they kind of last like a matte lipstick does. So overall, BK Beauty, you did a great job with these lipsticks. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Check the description box down below for links and a list of everything I used today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.